This is Cannibal Holocaust, the video game. Or, wait, no. This is The Forest. I'm Eustace the Monk. Another open-world survival game in early access. I could make a bunch of jokes or criticisms about the prevalence of these games, but it's all so well-worn that I'll just skip it. And frankly, I enjoy them, so my buying them all up while they're still in early access is really only encouraging these developers, so I'm partially responsible. And here's another one, The Forest, or as I actually like to think about it, Cannibal Holocaust the video game. You'll see why here in a second. You're on this plane with a Bratling. Here's the Bratling right here. Plane crashes, you awaken from your unconsciousness to find this cannibal mutant fellow abducting your Bratling. And presumably you're supposed to fight to get the Bratling back as being the main goal of the game. But I'm kind of forced to wonder after a few hours of gameplay how likely it is that the cannibals just have him skewered on a spit somewhere and slowly turning him over an open flame. You know, I imagine children might be pretty well marbled. Pretty good eating for them kids, you know. You know, human veal. No. Anyway, you collect a bunch of meager supplies from the plane wreckage and head out into the world. This airplane survival axe is your main tool and weapon, although you can make more once you're out in the world. Build your shelter, build a fire, build a base, blah blah blah. Secure sources of food, same as every other game like this. The environment looks gorgeous, and they did a really good job of making it look like a jungle-type environment that you're stranded in. The Forest uses a blueprint system for building. You just pick what you want to build from the list, drop a blueprint down in the world, fill it full of resources, and when it's full, you're finished. There's quite a few choices of housing, campfire, and traps, and that sort of stuff. And you'll need campfires and traps, because fighting the cannibal mutant people is a losing proposition with just your survival axe. They can really take a beating. It's unbelievable. Here I am smacking this, one of their wives or girlfriends or something who wandered off by herself, decided to come and attack me. Well, I attacked her first, let's face it. And she is just really, I don't even think, I'm hitting her with the business end of this axe, and it's not even doing anything. They can really take a beating, so use traps and other weaponry to kill them. You can make spears and stuff like that. You can even make Molotov cocktails from the booze you find on the plane wreckage and rags and set the guys on fire if you want to. Now, speaking of fires, your campfires are supposed to scare the cannibals away, but they don't scare the cannibals away, as you can see. As a matter of fact, fire seems to fascinate them to the point where they want to touch and fondle it. And as a result, they light themselves on fire a lot from just your campfire, which is pretty damn funny as well as being pretty handy. So make sure to keep the fire between yourself and the cannibals. Another thing that's supposed to scare the cannibals away are these effigy things you can build. And you basically chop the heads and arms off the cannibals and arrange them on these sticks. Basically, I guess, to prove that you're a badass and you ought to be left alone. Oh, and then you set it on fire. Can you imagine the smell of an effigy right in the edge of your camp on fire to demonstrate how much of a badass you are? I imagine it's like a raunchy barbecue where one of the ribs falls into the coals and just cooks there because no one's paying attention. And anyway, needless to say, soon there's corpses of cannibals all over your camp, and that's when you realize this game is kind of gross. The burnt ones look charred and the skewered ones look skewered, and if you're building effigies to try and keep them away, they're missing arms and legs and heads and that kind of thing. Interestingly enough, you can only carry one head at a time in this game, so that you've got basically disembodied torsos lying around. You can pick them up and move them around, but I wonder why you would want to do that, because the cannibals don't seem to change their tactics when they see their friend's corpse lying right at their feet. If they deplete your health to 0, they drag you to this tunnel where you might have a chance to escape when you come to. And they conveniently leave your survival axe within arm's reach too. It's kind of funny. You don't need the force to suck it back into your hand, let me just put it that way. There's multiplayer of the Forest if that's your thing. I haven't tried it myself, but it's definitely an option. I'm purposefully not comparing this game with the Savage Lands, even though it's really, really similar. I mean, even among survival games, they're both really similar to each other. Like I said earlier, I really like games like this, and I'm enjoying both of them, but for most people, I think you can get by with picking just one. So just check out my Savage Lands review and figure out which one's right for you. yeah, again, you know, if you love these games as much as I do, then pick them both up. I'm really enjoying them. I think they're both fun games and worth it at this point.